What's going on, everybody? This is Thrift TV, and I'll be doing a commentary to my trip to the thrift. Let's go. All right, our first stop looks like we're pulling up to Goodwill. So I have like a 3 to 4 thrift store route that's fairly close to me, so I usually hit that daily. It's pretty convenient. Okay, look at this right here. The first thing I see as I enter is the rack. Be mindful of the racks that are out. That usually means that it's new inventory they just brought out from the back, and hopefully you'll be the first ones to go through it and maybe find some cool stuff. Not this time though. Usually there's new carts right in this area too where they pull out in the back. I'm not sure if I just missed it or I'm still early. But I roll up to the media rack where you can find DVDs, CDs. More importantly, be on the lookout for games. Games are real profitable right now. Everybody's staying at home. And this is a pretty good one because it's fairly new. It's for the PS4. Assassin's Creed. I'm familiar with the title, but I'm not sure how much it's going for right now. So all you have to do is pull up the eBay app. This one method is to scan the barcode and hopefully that'll come up. And it doesn't. So you just have to do it the old school way. Just type in the word search. So I'll pull it up. It doesn't look too crazy. It's nothing too profitable, but I see like 20 free shipping, 15 free shipping. Sold are kind of the same numbers. So I'm like on the fence on buying it, but it's still only $3. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to see. I'm on the fence on it. But I do end up going back to it. In my mind, I'm like, it's only $3 and it's really easy to ship. It's really light. So done deal in the cart. Oh, you resellers, let me show you one of my pet peeves I see all the time. So you see this table that I'm coming up, and there's all kinds of products there. There's some games, some DVDs, some books, and like it's kind of out of place because they're not where they're supposed to be. And this is from another reseller, a disrespectful reseller. I call it the picker's pile. So what they do is they start to thrift. They go through the whole store and they pick items that they think is valuable. And once they do that through the whole store, they find their little spot to go and scan the items like you just saw me do with the video game. And if any of the items are not profitable, they just leave it right there. That's pretty shitty. That leaves more work to the Goodwill people there, and that's horrible. To prove my point, I just pulled out the eBay app and I started to scan, and sure enough, there is like no profit margin to purchase these and try to sell them online. So shame on you guys. Next stop. All right, before we hit the next thrift, I gotta make a stop to the post office. All us resellers know that basically the post office is our second home, and if you're gonna be getting into this game, it's gonna be your second home too, because you never know when the orders are gonna be coming in, and I like to ship fast, so as soon as I get the order and I'm able to go to the post office, I'll head there. Just make sure if you're new, definitely invest in a printer so you can print your own labels at home and you can pack them and then you can drop them off just like this. Nobody wants to be staying in line at the post office. It's so inconvenient. It's kind of irritating sometimes, but it's cool that you can just drop it off. So, tip: get a printer. Pulling up to one of my favorite thrift stores, Savers. So as I was walking in, I see an acquaintance, an employee there. You know, if you're going to be going to the thrift stores, especially the same ones all the time, you know, you're going to recognize some of the employees there. And I got to kind of know, just, you know, just small talk here and there. You know, if you're going to be there often, you might as well just say hi. You know, it's not a bad idea. You know, maybe sometimes they can like tell you what's good or what came in, who knows. I think it's just really good to develop a relationship with them. And here we go, my first find. Always check what? We always check the glass cases. So this is a weird thing. This is like a GoPro case for underwater. It says GoPro on it, but it's not an official GoPro. For some reason they wanted $75. There wasn't even a GoPro in it. This is only for the GoPro 3, which is pretty outdated. So I don't know why they wanted 75 bucks for it. All right, now I'm heading to the shoes. Like, do you guys see this cart? This cart is usually not out there. This is like new inventory, just like the clothes hangers you saw. So if you guys see this kind of cart, it's basically new inventory. Get to it fast because you want to see if there's anything good in there. So the ones that I'm looking at right now, they're all youth. There were some profitable models if they were adult sizes, so I passed on those. I am in the jacket aisle. I'm always looking for jackets, spring, summer, fall, winter, any seasons. Some of them can be really profitable, especially the old vintage ones, old vintage sportswear ones, Nike, Fila, Adidas, all that. Nothing today. Now I'm in the t-shirt aisle. I think I come up on a few Harley Davidson new with tags. So this is pretty cool find. Unfortunately, these are modern designs. The real money in Harley shirts are the vintage ones. Usually they'll have a date really small on the bottom of the print, either in the front or back. Look for that. These ones didn't, so I'm just by the look, I knew they were new. They were charging 10 bucks each for them. There might be some meat on the bone, but I just decided to pass. I didn't want to deal with it. I went through the rest. There was nothing. Moving along. Heading towards the toy section. I see this weird box that said Snake River or whatever, Snake Diver. I had no idea what it is. So I just look at it, I investigate, and you should do the same. All you have to do is pull out the eBay app or just take a look at it, see what it looks like. So I opened it, it would look like cheap plastic. I didn't think it was any of value or worth looking up, so I passed on it. After that, I didn't see anything else, so let's move on. All right, the next thrift, we're heading to one more Goodwill, and this will be our final stop. Let's go. All right, heading into the thrift store. What do I see? I see the clothes rack. That means new inventory out. So I'm definitely going to go through that. Unfortunately, nothing in this one, but there's several other ones in the back, and you'll see I'll go through it, and it definitely pays off. Check it out. Right here. Pendleton. If you're not familiar with Pendleton wool flannel button-ups, please do a little research because these are money right there, especially if it's vintage. I think that one's vintage, but I'm not sure. I'll have to do some research later. The true vintage Pendleton ones can go for $100+, and they only wanted $8. And even the newer ones go for 50 or 60. So definitely be on the lookout for Pendleton. Also from Pendleton, look for the wool blankets made by Pendleton. With really cool Aztec, colorful designs. They go for so much money. Pendleton, remember that brand. So yeah, I think I went through the other racks, nothing. So the next stop at the thrift store is the glass case. That's where they will have most of their higher value items, well, at least what they think is high value. Here, I spot these violins. I have no idea about violins. They wanted $100 for that one. I didn't want to take the time to research violins, and I'm like, I'm good. Nothing else in the case, though. Oh, check this out. I found a metal detector.
Right here.
Like what?
1 second, you ready? Yes, ma'am. Can I get a copy for the first? Thank you.
Y'all know that.
Okay.
The cashiers were like, yo, what's wrong with this boy right here? Anyway. After I was done hunting for gold with the metal detector, I head back where I originally was, and I spot this. These, I don't know the name of these shoes. I didn't at the time, but I knew they were unique. I definitely knew that they weren't anything new. So all you have to do is look them up. Usually with Nikes, the sizing tag will have a serial code that will identify the shoe if you put it in eBay or Google. But it doesn't always work for older shoes like mid 2000s or earlier than that. So all you would have to do is maybe put in some characteristics, some color. Is it a high top or is it a low top? Fortunately, if you could see on the heel, it says something about son of a glove, I think is that what it said. And I just typed that in, son of a glove, Nike, and it came up as Gary Payton shoes. I think they are like early or mid 2000s. And if you could see some of the listings on there, some of them are going for some money. I checked some solds, and I think I found the exact same one that I have. It's pre-owned, and they sold for 80 bucks. Double checking to make sure it's the same one. It's the same one. It's good to go. I checked that rack again to see if I missed anything, but there wasn't. Looks like we've come to the end. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And if you're new to this resale thing, hope you learned something. If anybody has any questions about this game, just drop it in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching Thrift TV.